podcast host, Charlie Brixton, and welcome to another episode of Getting to the Pussy. Yes! How y'all holding up? Are you being good to yourself? Are you being kind? Are you being kind to others? Have y'all gone back to work? And when I mean work, not like no work from home, pandemic, work it out, like work, where your ass is getting dressed and you gotta make it on time. And you gotta travel with people now to go to work. This is different, y'all. I'm sorry. We should have had therapy sessions for this shit. Like, if you are like me, I am weirdly freaking out. I'm grateful to work and I'm grateful for what I do. If somebody would have told me this whole year, working from home, you just wake up one day and they're like, okay, go to work. And now you're like, oh, work clothes, pants. How do I interact? How do I talk? This shit is time, schedule. Oh, I feel like we all need to run a support, like work group. Like, how you hold it up? Because, man, I'm not gonna lie. My schedule is crazy. I used to work out in the morning time. I still work out at night because y'all know I don't play games. I'm consistent as shit and I'm getting to my pussy. So I still work out at nighttime and I try to do more walking in the daytime. But my morning, honey, I'm trying to get it together. I used to work out for an hour. Y'all remember my boxing and the dancing? I am grateful if I get 20 minutes in of something. Wow. And for those who are getting ready to go back to work in September, brace yourself. It's different. It's daunting. There's gratitude in this and to be with people, but I don't know. It's something about it. And if I'm going through it, I'm sure millions of us are going through it. So I just want to say I'm with you. And if you can start a support group with your friends or maybe do a therapy Monday or something, or go out to a freaking bar or park and just vent and talk shit. And just be like, God damn, we're back. Do it. But this is a mental health shit. We all need it. So welcome back to work. I am with you on that one. But we are still here and we're still going to be consistent and we're going to still get to our goals. But this rhythm is different, y'all. I get it. Okay, so I'm just going to get to it because I know y'all saw my picture, maybe on my Instagram, getting to the GETTING number 2 THE of a rose and hammer. This episode is called The Great Feminine Energy Fail. Okay, as you all know, I took a masculine energy break. I realized that Charlie Brixton, I'm a boss. I'm a leader. I am the person you go to when there's trouble. I like weird chaos because I love when things are broken so I can put it back together and put it well. If there's an apocalypse, bitch, you survive with me. With that, having that kind of energy, you realize that when you ask for help, people don't come to the rescue. When you're like, hey, where's my Chanel bag that I don't have to buy? Or where's my roses? You don't get that because you're so busy doing that for others where it doesn't come to you. So I was feeling depleted, fucked up, sad. I'm not going to lie, not wanted. So I decided to switch it up a little bit. Like, hey, I'm all for practices. And I realized if I'm too much on masculine energy, if I'm not receiving, fine, I'll stop what I'm doing for a little bit and I will practice my feminine energy. And yeah, so let me tell you how that worked out for me. Awful. Besides my grandma passing, this had to be like the worst 2 weeks ever. It was painful. It was reflective. I was uncomfortable and angry. Before I get to the best story ever, though. Well, it's really the worst story too. Let me tell you some positives about my masculine energy break going into my feminine energy. I would tell you this. I heard a lot of, thank you for listening. Thank you. I haven't heard that a lot. It's just, thank you for helping, girl, thank you for hooking me out. But it was more simple, like, thank you for listening. I intentionally, all my conversations, I did not give feedback. I didn't offer help. I did not offer to fix anyone's life. I didn't give a shit. And you know what? It felt good. It felt good to give that break. And it was nice. I slept better. I didn't sleep with people problems in my head or me trying to organize. Sometimes I had chart out people's shit, like, let's fix this. I wasn't the fixer, so therefore I went to bed and I think I masturbated more. So yay! More orgasms. I'll talk about that later too. Another thing was I got more rides to work. Let me tell y'all something. New York City is very different right now. It is feeling like a little bit like 1992 realness up in its piece. Things are definitely more raw. People are more freer. There are lots of drugs on the street lately. So the energy has been different. When I tell you that a lot of us don't want to go on the train no more, That's true. When you see those videos of people shitting in people buckets, or someone's grabbing something, or it gets to the point where you can't even close your eyes because someone is going to try to kiss you, or someone is going to try to take the chain off of it. Gets weird right now in New York City. I'm going to buy a car soon. It's been really nice that people have been offering me rides. Like, hey, Charlie, you want to ride to work? And it's been nice where I have not had to take public transportation for the past 2 weeks. And that's been amazing. Yay, right? Receptive mode. Food. I've been getting fed. I've been working 10-hour days, y'all. 12-hour days. Work. I've been working. And it's been nice where I get a random text like, hey, are you hungry? I'm going to drop this off. Or someone's like, hey, I'm going to order this for you. Do you want this? I know what you like. And that's been amazing. Like, I've been like, thank you. Like almost damn near crying. So I felt like some of those needs were taken care of. So this is where it gets shitty. With that, work-wise, sucked. I felt I was a sucker at work. I felt like I was being taken advantage of. I'm a shark. Things I do, I'm a mover. I'm an action person. I keep people protected. And I felt like, yeah, fuck it. I'm blaming my energy vacation. I felt like because of my energy vacation, I was not as on call, as active as I usually am. And something slipped. There was a huge small professional crisis that almost happened. I was a sucker. The story I'm getting to, and this is huge. By the second week, honestly, y'all, I was breaking shit. I broke a glass and it felt good. Talk about lose control. I was over it. I'm going to give you guys my truth, and I always give you my truth. And there are some things I hold back, right? There's some things you don't want to share, and I try to share only if it really makes fucking sense and is connected to what I want to convey. Or if I feel like I gotta say it because someone's going through the shit and we just gonna go through the shit together. So here we go. 2 years ago, Valentine's Day, I was still running this podcast. And for those, when you meet me, just order me that margarita. Order me a sidecar margarita. That is a margarita, 2 shots of Grand Marnier, and I'll be happy. Because after that, you're going to want to order me a drink all the goddamn time. And I'm going to say yes! All right, so here we go. Okay, I love Valentine's Day. I am a huge fan of Valentine's Day. I am the girl. I'm not going to show up with my homegirls wearing black at a restaurant for Valentine's Day. Fuck no. I'm showing with my homegirls and I'm wearing red. I look at all the couples and I'm clapping for them and I'm going to say yes! And I'm going to call out people sexy because I just want to be fucking around it. If you guys generated this love or generated this happy, I don't want to take it from you. I'm going to be around it because I feel like eventually you'll get it if you're around it, right? So I'm the type of, and I believe in that. Some people, they're like, oh, Charlie, Valentine's Day is commercial, whatever. But I say at least that's an intentional day to be a good person, be thoughtful. Because sometimes we're not. I'm in love with it. I am in love. I do the cards, the color, the balloons. It's a good feeling. It's important to me. So 2 years ago, and y'all was rocking with me. I did a podcast and it was called Don't Give Your Panties to Strangers. And this was on Valentine's Day. This is where I went out with this guy, random guy, and he asked for my underwear. And I was like, sure. Like nothing happened. I was drunk. But I was like, happy Valentine's Day. And I went over this other guy's party, ran into like literally 8 women he slept with at the party. Insane. Go back 2 years ago. I talk about it. What I didn't mention, that actual day on Valentine's Day, I was at the gym. There is this guy. Oh, right. I always search for the guy. But no, there was this guy at the gym who I've been seeing for years, months. And he kind of reminded me of myself, someone who was bigger, over 250 pounds. And he works so hard. I'm a little bit sensitive when it comes down to men who really actively are trying to lose weight, because I feel like there's that one kind of man with the pot belly and he knows he's hot and he's playing with his nipples and his penis at the same time and he's like, oh girls, you want me. Because some men, they don't give a shit. And then you have some men who want to lose weight and they think about their bodies, but they don't talk about it to their friends because they look like a simp or a sucker, or they look weak and they stay in their heads and they can't express. And the reason why I say this is because I know a lot of men like that. So when I do see a man who, a woman too, but when I do see a man who's working hard and they're to themselves, my heart goes to them. And so this guy in particular, I would just look at him and he would come to the gym every day. Why? Because I was going to the gym every day. And as a bigger person at that time, I was touching 287. I'm working out, sweating. People are looking at me like I'm the grossest thing in the world, or I'm feeling like the grossest thing in the world. He's also sweating and keeping to himself. And we would just say hi to each other and look at each other. But I I saw me and him. I saw someone who, and he was cute too. Like, he was cute. He was super cute. I saw myself in him, and I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to be like, good job. But I wanted to do it my own way. And the irony, Valentine's Day happened that day. So I went to card store and I was like, you know what? I'm going to intentionally buy this guy. First, I was going to buy him like a Valentine's Day gift. And I was like, okay, that'll be fucking weird. So I went out and I brought him a Valentine's Day card. And I wrote all of these great things that I thought about him, what I observed, and a little bit of a backstory about what kind of personality I think he has. When we first spoke months ago, and I was like, hi, my name is Charlie. What's your name? He gave me his name, and I laughed. And I was like, oh my gosh, they must have made fun of you like the whole entire time. Haha, because his name is off of a Sesame Street character. And so I'm laughing. This is where, you know, someone is super sensitive. He looks at me like he's about to cry. And he's like, yeah, but I overcame that. You know, I was bullied as a kid. I'm like, fuck. So, of course, I look like an insensitive asshole. Okay, fine. So months later. And so I wrote all of these things that I've observed. And also we have a mutual friend who tells me what a good friend he is. Like, he shows up to his friends' shows. He doesn't cancel. He's a good listener. I love integrity. If people are saying great things about you and you're not there, you're badass. You're amazing. I want to know you. So I wrote in the card what I thought of this person and what I heard. And then I'm like, someone is looking at you. Someone is paying attention to you. Continue that shit. You work so well. And of course, I shot my shot. Well, I shot my show shot because I'm still a businesswoman. And I was like, you know, I would love for you to be on my show. Here is my number. I would still like to be your friend. I put it in the card. I sprayed my perfume on it because that's what I do. I went to the gym. I was so nervous, y'all. I was shaking because I realized I never gave anyone a card before. Weird, right? I've never gave anyone a Valentine's Day card or a letter. So I was like, okay, this is great. This is me modeling what the fuck I want. I was shaking like a nervous tap dancer who's never tapped before, and they were getting ready to do a performance. And I remember running to him, and I stuck out my arms. I was like, hi, happy Valentine's Day. And he looked at me like, what is wrong with this girl? And I gave him my card, and I ran away. I did. I ran so fast, and I think I ran out the gym. My heart was beating fast. I was so nervous, so embarrassed. I didn't know what was going to come out of that. And I'm just going to put this on there, guys. As you guys know, after February 14th, February 28th, we all started to freak out about COVID. This is 2020. March 27th, New York shut down. This is where we were desolate. No one was there. They shut down the gyms. We were done. He never called. He never called me. And I remember thinking during COVID, oh my gosh, is he okay? Does he have a friend? This motherfucker never called. He never called me. A year passed, never got a phone call. Another year passed, nothing. I forgot about it. I was just like, okay, you know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe something weird happened. I didn't think about it. And then during my fucking masculine energy break, right, where my feminine energy and I'm supposed to be reflective and receptive, I'm at the gym. I'm having the most busiest night. And I'm working out and I'm on my treadmill. And I told myself I'm going to run 3 miles under 40 minutes because I got to get out of here. I got to work. I have to go back to work at 9:30 or get a massage. So, you know, when you feel like someone's looking at you, and I was just like, I'm not going to pay attention because I ain't got no friends here. I'm just going to continue working out. I finished my 45-minute set and I finally looked to my left. There he was. And he's looking at me with this huge smile. Let me tell you, this man he was already cute then, but now he's fine as fuck. Like, he got to his goal, y'all. This man, clearly, y'all remember D'Angelo? Y'all remember when, you know, D'Angelo, I always thought D'Angelo was cute, probably whatever. But y'all remember when D'Angelo lost all that goddamn weight and did that How Does It Feel? And he had that chiseled chin and that chest and that body. You just smell the testosterone come out of his jawline. That's how I felt. I looked at this man and I'm like, damn, homeboy lost all that weight. Jawline is perfect. Big old smile. He has all of this confidence. And he's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, hey, hi. I'm a little bit taken back. So I go into, you look amazing. We speak a little bit. And I'm like, he's telling me about his journey. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Okay, I need you to, I just asked him like an odd question because now I'm feeling uncomfortable because I really want to be like, the fuck. You never called me. I gave you a card 2 years and now you show up fucking gorgeous. in front of my face. Do you hate me? What did I do to you? Huh? And I wanted to go off. And I was just like, I had all these feelings like, this is cruel. But I held it in. I just smiled. I gave him that and I left. I walked away. Going outside, walking up the block, screaming, fuck. Did that just happen? It felt like one of those stories where it's like you have the mean girl, you were mean to somebody, and they come back and they're like, haha, look at me now. Dude, I was never mean to you. If anything, I was like, I see you. You didn't see me. Really? So within my feminine energy, it was time for me to get reflective. I was like, why are you so upset? Why are you crying right now? Why are you angry? What did you really want, Charlie? What did you want the outcome to be? Was this for him? Or was this for you? I thought about it. I answered myself, it was both. I wanted to care about someone. I wanted to congratulate them. I wanted to praise them. And there was another part of me that wanted a friend. I wanted a friend, and not even a fucking boyfriend. I wanted a friend to go through with this journey. I wanted someone to travel with through this journey. Y'all know, for those who are in transformations or you've gone through a serious point of your life, a major change in your life, this is a bitch doing this shit alone. You hear stories of friends and couples and people got through. Y'all, I'm by my fucking self in this. I'm not hanging out with nobody who's lost 100 pounds or who wants to or has a goal for that shit. No, there is not one person. And I thought at the time, because I saw myself in someone, or I thought we had similar paths, this is someone that I can talk to, motivate. Maybe they can motivate me. Maybe we can go hiking, work out. I shot my shot. I was vulnerable. I put myself out there. And yeah, and even though he was cute, it wasn't necessarily, I wasn't thinking like, yeah, I want to sit on his face. Let me be very honest with you. If I want to sit on anybody's face, I'm fucking obvious with it. I'll ask you to open up your mouth yourself and let me see your tongue. Jokingly. But yeah, like seriously, like please, there is, trust me, I'm trying to, I make that kind of clear. But I was on my innocent. I was on my, you're great. I want to be your friend. And that shit backfired. Whew, all right, let me breathe. Whew, and I started processing. And then it got negative. Ooh, baby. And then it got dark, honey. No, fuck it. Let's be honest. I went ahead and I started to call myself a sucker. I was like, Charlie, you're a fucking freak. You're a fucking freak. This is why people are afraid of you. You walk in a room, learn how to shut the fuck up. Just whatever. Let people come to you. Why do you do that? You scare people. Stop doing that. I'm blaming myself. You know, who does that? Who writes a card with wonder why? Please, you were probably giving your masculine energy. The fuck? Like, let them come to you. I didn't want to let them come to me. I can say kudos to me. It was nothing about, I didn't point to myself physically. I didn't give a shit. I was like, okay, whatever. Don't get me wrong. Some people, they don't want their size. Some people, they don't want to be reminded of what they look like. Some people, they want the opposite. That's fine. So I didn't focus on my aesthetic. I really focused it on my actions. But yeah, I went into the blame game. I called myself a freak. I was like, there you go. And it was hard. It was hard. It was a very hard night. And I said, fuck this. I quit. I'm done. Like with this whole receptive and this hurts. I'm trying my best to be reflective, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I guess that's ego when you're waiting for outcome. I hit up one of my friends and I was like, hey, I wanted to run this by you. Am I being an asshole? Like, is my ego, should I feel some type of way? And then I told him the story of it. My guy friend, huge guy, he's like 6'4", ex-football player. He started to cry. He got teary. He was like, I'm not crying for you, I'm crying for me. When I was in rehab by myself and out of the football league, do you know what this would have did if somebody would have reached out and said, I saw you? I'm looking at you, I saw. And he was like, nah, fuck that guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was the thing wrong. The guy could be shy, the guy could have had a wife, religion, whatever, but he was like, nah, fuck that guy. He was like, Charlie, that's a boss move you did. That was a boss move of love. Like, that's kind of cool. You went out and you did this for somebody. I was like, no, that was a big dick move. And he says, yeah. Then that goes to show that maybe you need to find a man with a bigger dick. Oh, gosh. But he was like, you can't feel ashamed. You can't. It's not like you were like, you want it. He's like, no, you were yourself and you were authentic. And you have to realize that people in this world, a lot of us, we're not in our truth yet. We're not in our honesty. We still fight against ourselves. We still hate ourselves. Sometimes we can't see people because we don't see ourselves. It is what it is. And that made me feel good. It made me quit my whole feminine energy shit. I was like, I'm over it. I'm me. I am me. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing fucking wrong with that. Carrie Hilson, she said something about energy. And she said something like, the day she submits, that would be the person who she feels safe with. Like, I want to feel safe with you. In order to do that, I got that message and I got that received. But I don't want to wait for someone to feel safe with. I want to have that safety inside. I just want to feel safe. And I don't want it to be dependent on a person or a human being. How to do that? I don't know yet, y'all. But when I figure it out, y'all will be the first ones to know. I gotta be me. I like when I'm on shit. I do like when I am aggressive with some things. I like the fact that I'll be in an elevator and I will say something to break the fucking ice because I don't want to be uncomfortable. I like the fact that if I love a woman's hair or if I love an outfit, I would say, oh my gosh, you look amazing. Or God damn, I love when I see a man who's working. Damn, you look fine. Like, wow, your ass. Or, oh my gosh, you're working. Get it, sir. I like cheering people. That's my thing. That's my thing. And if it makes people afraid of me, if it's like, okay, you're not going to make, fine, fuck it. I don't care. Because I tried to be quiet for 2 weeks. Tried to not be me. And it didn't work. I feel the universe gives us this crazy test. Like, bitch, if you're telling yourself that you need to be softer, and because you're not receiving this, you're not receiving that, fine, I'm going to give you the true test of how soft you think you should be. That was a test of where the fuck I am. Oh, gosh. I'm good. So, with that, I'm going to take my loud, fabulous, directive self, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue doing me and being me. And I'm not going to suppress or be an intentional Irene. I just made that. To get a free Chanel bag or a friendship. Work on yourself. Be reflective. Be open. And I'm learning how to be more receptive. I ain't suppressing shit. And I'm not going to quiet myself. I gotta want you. Because I realize I want me. I like me. I just practice my feminine energy right now. I'm letting go. That 2 weeks practice was a feminine energy fail. For here, I release it, y'all. To let go in order to bring it to the new. I'm letting go of doubt. I'm letting go of not feeling wanted. I'm letting go of shrinking myself in order to fit. And I'm going to make this more general and universal. Sometimes you can approach people and yes, your stick is pretty big and that's good, but that doesn't mean you cut your stick. Nah. Sometimes whoever matches you, match that stick up. And maybe y'all can sword fight. No, that's horrible. And I'll tell you this, I'm proud that I have enough nerve just to have that kind of authenticity to show my heart. And people aren't used to that. And that's fucking okay. So this is dedicated to my freaks, to my women with too much big dick energy, to my men sometimes with way too much energy, my non-binary PU. We good. This is my rawness to you. And that's how you get to your pussy.